So
Fuck bitches.
fuck bitches.
Get money. Guess we're going fucking soft flame today, Poppy.
I'm going quad.
Just to really, really scorch that dog shit tobacco.
That's right.
Really get that char on there.
Welcome to Los Jerkos.
Yo.
Episode 6. Untitled so far.
Holy shit, we're on episode 6 already.
Episode 6.
We really need to find hobbies.
This is my new hobby. On top of my other hobby. A habit.
That's the opposite.
So, today, this is Nate. Today, I'm smoking.
This is Nate.
Today, I'm smoking the ITC Split Decision. Super cheap cigar. And the reason I'm smoking a super cheap cigar is because
He has COVID.
I don't have COVID. I just am having palate issues.
He's vaccinated.
I've got my 10th booster. I just got it the other day, and now I can't taste a thing.
I can't taste a thing. I can't see out of 2 of my eyes.
For some reason, I can see out of my butthole, though. It's very weird. Never should have took that fucking mutation vaccine. What is it? RNA?
RNA or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. I didn't get that vaccine.
I did not neither.
But
I'm smoking this cheap boy. I helped somebody move, and they just so happen to have a lot of pet dander and dust in their house. And I don't know. I could also have a cold on top of that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, the lines of coke to help you move was probably not helpful either.
yeah, I mean, actually, that's another topic for another episode.
How coke is a palate cleanser.
Coke is a palate cleanser. Actually, this episode will be a lot about the palate. But yeah, so I'm smoking a $2 cigar, $2 to $4 cigar, depending on where you get it.
How is it? Good? Good quality $2 tobacco?
I can't tell.
This will not be a tasting episode.
I could smell it a little bit, and it was smelling all right.
It smells like smoke.
Yeah, it's got a pretty wrapper on it. It's got a
I'm
Maduro, Connecticut, and maybe a Habano. But yeah, it's a pretty looking cigar for a cheap boy.
Smells like smoke.
Barber pole.
You're literally basing everything off of one flavor profile, smoke.
Mm-hmm.
People with strokes have that same exact flavor profile.
Yeah. No, I can't really taste this motherfucker.
Yeah.
What are you smoking just to rub in my face?
I went the complete opposite. My palate is exquisite. My health is superb. I am the best example of health right now, which is a bullshit lie. But I'm smoking a Davidoff Yamasa just to really drive it home. I figured I gotta make up for his shitty cigar, so I'm smoking one for both of us.
I appreciate it.
Ash one for the homies.
I wish I could even smell the room note off that, but you know, I can't.
I'll describe it to you. It smells like smoke.
I can't even smell the fucking smoke on this bitch. Slight bit of mucus. What's up with the Yamasa? Why'd you decide on the Yamasa?
Like you said, mainly just to rub it in. But I do really like the Yamasa. I think Davidoff did really well with this. The Yamasa region, the story of the Yamasa region, which we can get into another time, but it's just really cool that Davidoff discovered a region that wasn't being utilized, that was, said that they couldn't grow anything out of that land. They turn it into fertile soil. They start growing a unique tobacco on it. So it's Dominican, but funky and not like a straightforward Dominican. It has like herbaceous notes. It's kind of It's like a funky
Funky is a good word for it, because last time I smoked one, it was definitely funky to me, and it wasn't something that was really in my wheelhouse. I wasn't digging it.
I love it.
I heard from some other people they weren't necessarily digging it either. I'd like to revisit though, maybe when my palate is back to
absolutely
back to where it should be.
Definitely worth it. Want to try some coconut water?
Nah,
I'm telling you, it's underrated.
I had an emergency this morning. I took a fucking zinc pill. We'll see what's good. It's funny. Yesterday morning I smoked a cigar, and it was pretty good. Other than the cigar itself having some burn issues, and then I smoked one a little later, and could not taste that bitch at all. Done. Palate just wiped. It was weird. It's happened before. 2020, it's happened to me, and it's usually around this time. Seems like my immune system's just not where it should be during this time.
Yeah, I mean, I make jokes about COVID or whatever, but literally there's so many things that could cause that. If you just have a stuffy nose, your palate's blown.
Right.
You have a cough, you have a sore throat, your palate's not going to be on the same. Like, any sort of, doesn't have to be COVID that you lose your taste. A good percentage of flavor you get on something does come from your nose, you're smelling.
Mm-hmm.
So, you get a stuffy nose, any cigar you're going to smoke is either not going to taste like anything, or it's going to taste completely different than what you're used to.
That's right, yeah. It's weird how that can work. The first time it happened to me, I was like, what the fuck, man? Mm-hmm. And I ended up doing as much research as I could to figure out what the fuck's going on. I'm a daily cigar smoker, and I like to smoke more than one cigar a day.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was really bugging the hell out of me that I could not taste a cigar for the life of me. And that was back in 2020, the first time it's happened to me, where I just could not fucking taste anything. And I did a lot of research, and I guess I can run through that. So if you're somebody who's maybe experienced a similar issue where your palate is just gone, whatever it is, let me try to say some things that maybe help you figure out
Dr. Nate
what to do. Yeah, no doctor stuff.
He's got a PhD, pretty huge dick.
That's right.
He's sitting here naked. We only record naked.
Butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked. He said it's the only way to make it as pure as possible.
Yeah, you gotta have no shame, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The
only way to do that is just be completely naked with somebody.
No ventilation. No. Closed all the windows. It's literally, we're naked in a smoke-filled room.
That's right.
Yeah. The way God intended.
Pictures coming in season 2.
Oh, fuck. Gonna have to shave for that.
I refuse it.
Jesus.
So, you know, when it first happened, I tried like the neti pot saline solution.
Oh,
you know, I was thinking maybe that'll help clear my sinus. I tried it, and I went all out, and I spent like $120 fucking bucks on this vacuum dealie that you stick like. One plug goes in one nostril, the other goes in the other. One sucks and one
blows.
You know, and so it's blowing the saline in my nose while pulling the saline out of the
$120 for a suck and blow.
Yeah, man, suck and blow. It was.
That's a cheap suck and blow.
Excuse me.
I don't know what the rates are in the South, but for Las Vegas and New York where I've lived, that's a pretty cheap suck and blow.
Chicago's $10, man, so I got ripped.
Jesus Christ.
But the saline salute, that fucked me up even worse. It
gives you a headache, does it not?
It did. No, not really. If you use it right, if you fucking let that thing just like suck and not. Like, you have to make sure it's fucking open, dude, because it will, like, pull your brains out, you know? It's fucking crazy.
I honestly, my sinuses are already from allergies and asthma and things when I was a kid. My sinuses are already super sensitive. That'd fuck my system up good.
Yeah.
I'd get a headache easily.
If you're somebody where like that neti pot works for you, try it. It didn't give me a headache, but try it. I don't recommend it. It didn't really. If anything, it made me feel like worse. I felt like it during that time too. It was like a whole month for my palate to fully recover.
Oh.
That has not happened since then. I mean, I may have damn well had COVID around that time. But I wasn't a little bitch. I still went to work and everything and gave it to everybody else.
Jacked up on ivermectin.
Herd immunity. Yeah, baby.
It's fucking horse medicine.
Dude, I was telling everybody, come on, come hang out with me. Get in the pool with me. Let's get sick together.
Let's get fucking weird. Let's exchange organisms.
Drinking plenty of water for sure fucking helps, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I got a giant fucking mason jar here.
Being hydrated is dope. Stay hydrated, kids. For the love of fucking God.
Yeah, when you're hydrating, try to get something with electrolytes.
Yeah. I just read an article about how the guy had said something about, like, water's great, and it's advised to drink a certain amount of water, but I think someone dropped the ball.
Dropped the fucking ball.
Unbelievable. But I read that with water, you want to kind of limit how much just plain water you're drinking. Like, you want something with electrolytes, you want something with some sort of something added to it. Mm-hmm. Because plain water is technically, your body doesn't get to absorb that if it doesn't have anything in it.
Right. Yep.
So, I mean, that's why I drink coconut water.
Gatorade tastes pretty fucking salty. There's
a
decent amount of sodium in it to help you take in that water than the rest of the liquids. If your nose is real stuffy, you can eat some real spicy food that'll help clear you up. And you might get lucky and be able to taste the cigar after, just eating something insanely spicy, letting all that fucking mucus drain from the spiciness. Doesn't work for me because I eat nothing but spicy food. So
yeah, you're insane.
Something like I need to get like straight up, the hottest fucking thing in order for that to work on me.
No, it's but spicy food doesn't do it for me either, because like you said, I mean, your spice tolerance is way above mine. But even when I do spicy food, it doesn't necessarily make me all sniffly and shit.
No.
So even eating spicy food doesn't really do it for me. And then on top of that, because it's spicy, I need to find something to cleanse my palate, or the cigar is going to be 90% just spice bomb. Mm-hmm. I eat Indian food or Thai food, and then I try smoking a cigar. It's kind of fucking gross.
Yep. Zinc and vitamin C. So take care of yourself. Get the vitamin C. The vitamin C helps kill maybe a cold you got going on. Get some of that emergency packets. I love the raspberry. I drink that shit in the mornings when I'm feeling like this.
Also get some vitamin D. Go the fuck outside.
Yeah, get outside. Get some sunlight for sure. Something I've heard, a great way to get sunlight, and it helps raise testosterone, is just let your nuts lay out in the sun. Just get direct sunlight on your nutsack.
I thought you were gonna go What was the one trend for a while, and I think it was in California, it was sunning, but it was just like people in downward facing dogs sunning their buttholes.
That sounds familiar. That's actually a great way. I mean, you get really fucked up when you boof some booze, right? I need to maximize my fucking...
maximize my D intake.
Let me spread my cheeks on this fucking beach.
My face down, ass up, spread cheeks. Put this D in me. What the fuck? Please don't cut this and use this for anything.
No, this is getting used.
Get that vitamin D deep inside you.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Unfucking believable.
God, I remember when I was younger, people were like, you ever try ecstasy via the butthole? And I was like, no, that doesn't sound like something I want to do. Especially with a drug that makes you all fucking horny. I'm good, dog.
That's what you want me to do.
Yeah, you fucking freaks.
Fucking perverts. Maybe we're smoking cigars the wrong way. We need to start boofing cigars.
I have yet to figure out how to inhale through my asshole. I can exhale like a motherfucker, though.
Burn that cigar out.
I guess when I need to purge it, maybe with my dead ass palate, I can purge it with my fucking ball. Go puff on it.
That would be the perfect time to try it because you can't taste anything. You can just put it back in your mouth.
Oh, God.
No, I mean, next podcast, there's not going to be any pauses in our talking because we will be trying to smoke cigars through our butthole and talk in the podcast.
That's right.
We're going to call it Boofing It.
Boofing It. It's Boofy, baby.
Boofy, baby.
With our Boogie Smoking Room 101 cigars. Matt Boof.
Matt Boof. We're boofing your Boofy cigars. Please sponsor us. We're boofing it.
All right, moving along. Another thing I did back then, so like on the cusp of coming out of it, because this is a whole month-long thing, drinking really strong black coffee while smoking a cigar.
We've talked about that before, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing was with that, I had to legit take a sip of the hot-ass fucking dark coffee and then take a puff. And I was able to get a little something after the initial drink of coffee. If I kept puffing it without getting a drink of coffee, that flavor just went away. But every time I took a drink of that dark coffee, black, you don't want to put no sugar or anything.
African American, but I get it.
African American coffee, my apologies. Just fucking, that really helps with the palate.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about it. I can't drink like African American coffee. I can't drink black coffee because it's for me it's too bitter. It almost kind of fucks my taste buds. Like I need at least a little bit of cream. Even not sugar, just like cream coffee, and then that would be my palate cleanser.
I guess if it's a stronger cigar, that dark coffee fucks with me.
Yeah.
But like on dainty cigars, kind of helps me pull stuff out of the cigar.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And when everything else is done and you've tried everything, you just gotta rest, man, and wait and let it take its time.
Yeah, it takes some time.
Let it take its fucking time, because it's just, you put up the good fight. Maybe, continue smoking. Just smoke your bullshit, that you were thinking about giving all your guests that come over that don't really smoke some of those.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one thing that you and I both can agree on is that next cigar, after you take like a day or two just off smoking altogether, that next day you go into a cigar, it's fucking amazing.
It is.
I mean, the amount of times you and I remember you taking a couple days off, you weren't feeling well, you'd sit at the lounge, not smoke anything, maybe a cigarette here and there, whatever. On that like third day or fourth day, you would come in, you'd smoke a cigar, and you're like, shit, this is fucking good. Mm-hmm. And it could be a simple cigar, Undercrown Maduro, and you just smoke it, and you're like, fuck, this blew my mind.
Yep.
So take a break. I mean, your whole body needs rest, your palate needs rest just as much.
Take a fucking break. I remember when I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
Oh fuck, yeah.
I couldn't smoke because they had to straight drill into my nugget, dude.
Yeah.
I remember they put me under, and at the time I smoked pot, they had to give me ketamine instead of the regular gas.
Oh yeah.
And I was high as a kite, dude. And I remember they were drilling in my skull, and I'm dreaming I was like, I'm on a rocket ship, but really it's just my skull rattling around.
Oh yeah.
But after that, because they had to get so deep and everything, would have been highly susceptible to dry socket. So I really was not chancing pulling on a cigar.
That's their biggest fear. Is that so? One of the things they'll ask you when they start fucking with your teeth, or they got to pull a teeth or whatever. Yeah. They'll go, hey, do you smoke? Do you drink? Like, you need to cut that shit out for the week, because if you get dry socket, this is gonna turn into a big fucking scenario.
So I didn't smoke for like a whole week and a half, And then the first cigar I smoked after that was quite a memorable cigar. It was the Royal Jelly by Warped, and that fucking thing was delicious, man.
Holy fuck, I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
It was like one of their one-off releases. They release some of them occasionally, but like very rare do they release those.
I've never seen that shit.
Really good fucking cigar. They come unbanded. They don't even put a band on them. They were like a Petite Corona, I believe. Really good cigar, especially after not have smoking for a whole fucking week and a half. The shit was really good.
Royal Jelly, is that not a lube brand?
Might be. I don't know. We gotta ask our boofing friends. What do you use to lube up your butthole?
What do you boof?
When you, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna move on into a question here that Cowboy asked. He was wondering what are some ways, and I think you're gonna be able to talk a lot on this with as much knowledge as you have building a palate. What are some ways to work on your palate, and how do you figure out what you're getting off of a cigar?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go first, or you want me to do a long, convoluted?
I think go for it. Yeah.
With building a palate, I think the biggest thing, first and foremost, and I will always preach this, is expand your taste buds. Essentially, I mean, try everything. People end up getting stuck so easily into one brand, one style of tobacco, even Vitola. They just get stuck in it because it's comfortable, it's familiar. They don't want to take risks. Take those risks. Smoke those Connecticut's, smoke the Sun-Grown, smoke the Maduros, all different kinds, different strengths, different flavor profiles. As much as I hate to fucking pitch this, try flavored cigars, try infused cigars, and just smoke everything. Because if you don't, now you don't know what flavor profiles you're missing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, first thing, variety. Expand your variety. Always just go into a lounge, go into a humidor, and just pick something. You can do the research. You can check out what the blend is if that interests you.
Or talk to your tobacconist.
Yeah. But just expand the profiles that you smoke. Because if you don't do that, you're never going to develop a palate. You'll develop a palate for what you smoke, Maduro, whatever. The guys that come in and smoke Padrones, they can fucking nail the profiles of any of the Padrones. Absolutely. But I can't take your word for any other cigar if you only smoke Padrones. You only have a palate for Padrones. So if you smoke another random cigar in the middle of the week, I can't ask you anything about it because you're not going to be doing it the same way. You're not going to be pulling the same flavors out. So variety is
now,
huge.
What kind of variety would you say? Actively look for origin and...
Yeah, I would smoke every origin, and I would smoke every style, and I would definitely... I wouldn't have said this earlier, I guess. Now in the past, couple years, I've been starting to realize that Vitola makes a difference as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would say start off with trying all of the regions, and every region has something unique. If you can find a unique region, like we smoked a Haitian cigar, Haitian Puro, or was it Haitian?
Yeah, that Haitian. Yeah, I forget the name of it. It was a cool looking band. I remember that.
Or Bombay or
no, it wasn't. It was shit. I can't remember the name.
Behikio.
Yeah, there you go.
So I mean, if you find something unique, like for instance, we have Peruvian tobacco cigars. Find the weird shit. Smoke everything. Smoke every region. Once you get off that, then I would say try all the different styles, all the colors, Claro, Colorado Claro, Oscuro, go through all of the different, shades of tobacco. And then explore different Vitolas. I mean, that right there will expand your profiles, expand your knowledge and your palate, because you're experiencing tobacco in different shapes, sizes, colors, soil contents. I mean, we can get down to the science of it. Every soil is different. You can have, in Nicaragua, you can have 5 or 6 different soil contents that produce 5 or 6 different flavor profiles. So, variety is huge. That's 100% my first suggestion. This is going to be kind of contradicting,
well,
but...
let me add to that real quick before you do the contradiction. Also do research on that. Because if you're struggling to even distinguish between... So you are doing the different cigars, but you're struggling on remembering those differences in your mind.
Yeah.
From one cigar to another. Write it down, what you got. If you can't do that, write down... look up what you should be getting from it.
Absolutely.
Write that down, and then write down your experience as to what was, a review you read of what you should get, and not just necessarily
flavor profiles.
Chocolate, this, that. You get deeper than that. What is it on? Is it salty? Is it sweet?
Yeah.
Where is it hitting on the palate, on the tongue? Jot those down. Jot down the regions, what those profiles usually are, and then compare that with what you got, and make sure you write down the blend of that cigar, so when you smoke a opposing cigar, you can compare and contrast, and you're actively thinking about it. The main thing is, if you struggle to get anything out of it, kind of force yourself to actively think about it. So write down everything that you should be getting from reviews and everything.
Yeah.
And over time, you'll start thinking about it on your own. Well, actually, this is what the fuck I'm getting.
And this kind of plays into my contradiction, because my contradiction would be, don't distract yourself. All those notes and things, I completely agree with. Mm-hmm. Definitely take notes. Definitely train your brain on what you should be looking for, whatever. But do it before or after the cigar.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I see a lot of people doing nowadays, because we live in this rush kind of society, they'll smoke a cigar without even thinking about the cigar. They'll huff down a cigar and they don't even think about what they're smoking. They're just on their phone. They're taking a business call. They're doing this. Set your fucking phone down for an hour. It's really not that hard. Smoke the cigar. Another contradiction, don't listen to what anyone says. If someone fucking shits on Perdomo or Gurkha, we're very well known for doing that. Mm-hmm. Don't fucking listen to us.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't care if you do or don't, but smoke it. Fucking try it.
On average, though, those that take the journey discover that those brands suck dick.
Yeah. I mean, you grow into that. I mean, both of us have started with some pretty shitty cigars when we first started. So you grow out of it, but you'll never know, or you never learn or evolve until you do it.
Do it yourself.
And so
take that ride.
Yeah, take the ride. And don't listen to everyone. If someone's shitting on Perdomo, who the fuck knows? You might fucking love it. So get one. Don't look at the band and go, oh shit, it's a Perdomo. Oh fuck, someone gave me this Gurkha, whatever.
I know I talk a lot of shit, and I don't personally smoke Perdomo, but I can imagine guys that, I don't know, do carpentry. They don't want something to necessarily think about, or golf. They want a good smoke that's going to stay lit for them. Perdomo's what's up. It's got a flavor profile. It's not like this. It's not like a Perdomo's my fucked up palate right now where I can hardly taste shit. Yeah. They still have some flavor going on.
Oh yeah.
I can see people digging the shit.
So I think that's a big one.
It's just fun. Don't really take in people shit talking so much neither, because a lot of times shit talking is just fun.
Oh yeah. And the one thing I find that helps, and I know there are certain people that are completely against it, but because it could damage the cigar, I don't look at the band. Don't look at the brand. Don't look at the band. Don't look at anything and automatically create an idea in your head of what it's supposed to be. Take the cigar for what it is. Live in the moment. Put your goddamn phone down and just smoke it. Yeah.
So after you've done that, your research, like he's saying, do all your research on the cigar before you smoke it, blah, 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 blah. After you've done that several times, have your wife pick out a cigar from your humidor and
Yeah.
take the band off without you knowing, and then you smoke it. Let
Yeah.
your wife pick it out for you. You smoke it. Write down the experience of that cigar, and then afterwards have her show you what the band was.
The old blind taste test.
Yep. It's
That's
the blind
perfect.
taste test is
It's legit.
a legit way to really get into your palate.
Oh yeah, and I mean, the more you do that, it's all exercise. You do it with bourbons, whiskeys. You do it with food. You do it with anything. It's repetition. Do it over and over and over again, and you slowly start grasping concepts and slowly start building this library of knowledge that you have. And then, in a matter of, I mean, what, Jane? Oh fuck! You gotta fucking bleep
It's
out
all
his
right.
last
I
name.
kind of like using the noise that I bleep names out with.
I did. God damn it! I'm fucking so used to using people's last names. But fucking Jay, I mean, what, 6 months max? Maybe 4? The dude now has a palate that he never would have imagined he had.
Yeah.
He smokes everything, a little bit of everything, depends on his mood, can pick out flavor notes that he would never have been able to pick out before. He completely evolved as a smoker just by doing what we're talking about. Blind taste test, be in the moment.
We're gonna have to give Jay a good cigar because we've mentioned him so much on this that like he's a good source for a lot of these topics.
He's been the best guinea pig.
Yeah,
like,
he really has. So we're gonna have to hook him up somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, man, thank you.
But like that's the best example we have because we've pretty much tested all of our theories on Jay, and he's come through. We're like scientists, tobacco scientists, and he's like our little science rat. And we do all these little experiments and these little ideas and little tests, and he's come through on top every single time. It's like, fuck, we're onto something here. We're doing something big here.
Yeah.
It's just the proof is in the pudding. The dude knows what he's doing. Like I said, I could hire the dude and he could be a tobacconist probably better than some of the employees we have hired before.
Right. Absolutely. Anything else we can add on working on your palate and trying to get there?
No, I mean, I think those are I think that's the broad stroke of it. We could go into fucking details and shit, but the broad strokes, I think those are perfect. I think that's a great start.
I think so.
Then you just kind of develop your own way. You develop your own way in the process of doing that, and then you kind of refine the details.
That's right. Yeah, like pairings. Pairings is another great way to define your palate more.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't bother with doing that until you've actually got a bit knowledge under your belt. Then you can start pairing stuff to really dig in more. Pairing does help though as well, whether it be coffee or, I mean, the other night you had brandy.
Oh God, yeah.
And that was
good.
like, you paired that with a cigar you don't really like, but that brandy really kicked it up a notch.
Brought out those notes. And I mean, I'm not a big, for as good as my palate is, I'm not a big pairings person. I like, for me, pairings, I like to find 1 or 2 drinks that just kind of go with everything. Like, for instance, I'm drinking coconut water, and I'll rant and rave about coconut water. It goes with everything. Light, dark, that's not super flavorful, but just flavorful enough to kind of add something. It has all of the aspects of it that help kind of cleanse my mouth after every puff. So, like, it just enhances the whole profile. It goes into the palates, what we're talking about, palates. I drink a swig of coconut water and I take a puff, and it's like I'm smoking the cigar over again. You know, I'm getting that first puff every time.
Right.
And I love that. That's one of my favorites. But I don't know. I'm not big on pairings. I don't drink when I smoke. I think it kills your taste buds. The brandy was an exception. I was impressed with that. But maybe wine. But I don't know. I think I'm more into like the one trick pony as a drink pairing. I like something that just goes with everything, so I don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah, I'm like that too a lot of times, but I have found some drinks that for me go explicitly well with certain cigars.
Like those sodas were good, yeah.
Yeah, there's a brand, Abina, fantastic company. I highly recommend checking them out if you're somebody that likes to pair. Yeah, that would be great to actually see if they would sponsor us. But Abina sodas, they make their sodas specifically to pair with cigars. No other soda company I know has ever come up with that idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. And I've done it on all their sodas, and it's fantastic. They pair really well. And some cigars that you just aren't a huge fan of, pair with something, can make you a fan of that cigar if it's paired with the right thing. That soda taught me that.
Yeah. It was impressive. I mean, I tried them all.
Yeah.
They were on the spot.
Yeah, so Abina, sponsor us. Gurkha, sponsor us.
Preferably not at the same time. I don't want to have to smoke a cigar with a crap cigar with a dope drink.
Yeah. I'll do it with this palate.
With this palate, I'll do it with my butthole.
Boof these sodas.
Jesus. Unbelievable.
Another pairing I liked a lot was the I know you hate this stuff, and a lot of people do.
Oh, fuck.
Malta
I
Goya.
know where you're going.
Malta Goya with a fucking CAO Amazon basin. Man, that fucking slaps, bro.
Oh,
that is like some big titties right in my face.
No.
I love it.
Big bready titties. I'm good.
I love it.
Yeasty.
So good. I'm clapping right now.
I can't do it.
So good. All right. Speaking of killing your palate, what's
big yeasty titties?
what's some methods you've tried to clean your palate? Well, first off, let's explain what cleansing your palate is. You know.
Yeah.
When you're smoking and you've got a lot of the taste. Say you've smoked something that's real dirty. You know, real dirty smoke. And it's got what's the word? You know, the staying power.
Yeah. It lasts.
It lasts. It lasts on your palate.
It's the difference between like a dirty smoke and a clean smoke, where it's very chalky. Your tongue's kind of not the same. You can feel like a film in your mouth almost. It gives it just like a lasting flavor that even when you're done with the cigar, you can still kind of taste that like burnt kind of note in your mouth.
Right. Whatever it is. Because there's going to be different types of dirty flavor-wise. To remedy that, if you're going to move on to another smoke and you want to have a clean palate, you use something to cleanse that palate. So are there any methods you've tried and have worked for you? Do you actively try to do it? Or
usually I don't even actively try to do it, mainly because in the middle of working, I'm just kind of... I'll take like a pause between cigars. I'm not gonna...
That's a palate cleanser.
Yeah, every now and then I'll smoke back to back, but usually I'll take like an hour and a half, just kind of sit, drink some water. I pretty much only drink water unless I'm drinking something flavored like coconut water, energy drink, coffee. But like, I'll take about an hour break in between cigars, just chug water. I don't do a lot of like seltzer waters, but seltzer water, the bubbles are really good for that. Coconut water is awesome, but I usually just take a break and I don't really think about it. It's gotten to the point now where I don't, in my head, I'm not going, oh shit, I gotta cleanse my palate. I've developed my palate to a point where I can smoke 2 or 3 cigars and still pull out flavors.
These kind of situations, though, I feel like make you actively start thinking about that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because after my palate was totally blown out and I couldn't taste shit for that whole fucking month, I really started thinking about cleansing palate more and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
even around that time when I was like talking to all the guys on the Discord, my buddy Arnold recommended oil pulling.
Yeah.
You ever hear of oil pulling?
Yeah, I've done it. Not between cigars. I've just done it for the sake of trying it. because supposedly it's supposed to help with, you know, preventing cavities, things like that.
Gum growth, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking gross.
It is. I tried it. I was using coconut oil. So basically, you take some oil, your preference. I was taking coconut oil, and you just kind of swish it around in your mouth between your teeth, and you swish it for about 15 to 20 minutes sitting.
Yeah.
And I was trying that, and it didn't really do shit for my palate. But I guess one of the things is you actually want to oil pull. It's the reward of it is over time, not instantly. So if you're actively doing it every day, I'm not gonna sit there for fucking 20 minutes every day just swishing around oil in my mouth.
think that's the thing, is the time.
Yeah.
I don't have. I'm 90% of the time late anyway. I don't have time to brush my teeth and fucking oil pull every morning.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Nope. I'll just brush my teeth and that's it. I'm good to go.
Yeah. I mean.
So I've tried the oil pulling. I've tried a lot of other. You know, the seltzer water. Seltzer water helps some, I think. It's not immaculate.
A mint that's not super strong, I think, is a good one for me. Like I don't like peppermint. I go for more like a spearmint, where it's like a sweet mint and it's a fairly faint.
Mm-hmm.
That has helped me a lot. I'll do a mint, kind of cleans everything out. I'm still a proponent for coconut water. I think it has the acidity still to it, the vitamin C, the coconut sweetness, but not super sweet, and the water aspect, and it just kind of wipes everything out.
Right. I was trying to do a little research, and I looked up like what are some of the best methods or things to cleanse your palate. From what I found is sparkling water from the research we've done, lemon water, green tea, dark chocolate, pickled ginger.
Oh, pickled ginger, man. I don't know. Green tea is kind of dope. I really like a good like matcha, or like I'm gonna sound like a fucking dweeb. Genmaicha, which is like green tea with like, what is that? I mean, it's like rice.
Mm.
It's like dried out like puffed rice and green tea, and it gives like this nice earthy note with the green tea, and it kind of evens everything out. That's really good as a palate cleanser for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to try that. I like green tea a lot, so I think that is a good one. Something I found out too. I was doing a little research, and the main thing about cleansing your palate is to reset your palate. So when we smoke, a lot of the smoke is alkaline, and that changes the pH in your mouth. The natural pH in your mouth is supposed to be 6.2 to 7.6. And I did a little research on, well, what's the best way to reset your palate? Apparently just salivating, saliva.
Yeah. Because there's acidity in your saliva.
Right. And your natural pH can reset your palate. So doing things that would actively make you salivate could reset your palate.
Sucking dick.
Letting somebody spit in your mouth.
Let's spit in my mouth, buddy.
God.
Just getting a line of people to just walk up and spit in your mouth. It really creates a pool of saliva.
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Yeah, I mean, and that's where like drinking plain water is like coconut water again, or like a seltzer water with like lemon in it. The flavor on your tongue kicks in that receptor in your brain to start going, hey, we're eating, we're going.
Right.
Get that
Salivate.
mouth slimy.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's I think with cleansing your palate, you want to create as much saliva as possible. Do something with flavor. As weird as that, as contrasting as that sounds, do a little light mint or a green tea that has a little bit of flavor. Nothing super fucking crazy. You don't want to blow out your palate with overly sweet, overly salty, overly acidic, but just enough to kind of kickstart that fucking saliva, and it's golden.
Right. I mean, I do want to try non-flavored stuff, neutral, and try to get myself to salivate. So I looked up some stuff that could make you salivate, and I think it'd be maybe kind of funny if we try it on an episode to see if it actually works. But there's some chemicals out there.
We're gonna have to designate a spit corner in your room.
Yeah, I'll bring out a spittoon.
Spittoon. Or just spit in each other's mouths, and then it'll be great. We can start an OnlyFans. Please sponsor us.
OnlyFans?
Gurkha, OnlyFans, and that soda company. We'll just get all fucking trifecta sponsorships.
You know, trying to get yourself to salivate, I was looking it up, and there's a medication called pilocarpine.
Yeah.
And that is used...
Just doesn't sound fun.
It's used for people that have dry mouth. It's used to treat dry mouth. Now, it's a prescription drug, but it's supposed to make you salivate like crazy. And I because it's prescription, I don't think we'll be able to just get our hands on it. So I want to look into it more, find what the chemical compounds are in it, and see if we can get one that's over the counter.
So, not to be like that hippie motherfucker, but like look for like herbal equivalents of that. There's gotta be an herb
holistic.
or a holistic way of creating that.
Yeah,
100%. There's no if this is a certain condition, if this is a thing, that pharmaceutical came from something.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
The holistic approach, a tea or a
so
tincture.
Those are things with flavors, though. So I want to try to find it, figure it out where it avoids any flavor, and it's just straight up your saliva in your mouth as we're smoking. Like we maybe smoke 2 little petite Coronas during an episode back to back. Like we smoke one that's real fucking dirty.
Yeah.
And then the second one be maybe a little more dainty. But in between that, we do this experiment where we take whatever's similar to that and see if this salivating actually can reset the palate.
I already salivate a lot. This is gonna be fucked.
Well, it's funny. A lot of guys do salivate when they smoke. There's so many guys that come in and ask for a cup and a paper towel, and they just sit there as they're smoking, spitting in this fucking cup.
I don't spit in a cup, but like I salivate like crazy. That's why smoking a pipe is difficult. I need to have a pipe with a fucking spit reservoir deeper than the fucking bowl.
I do that too. I got a buddy that's really great with pipes. I might pick his brain, see like, well, how do you prevent fucking salivating so much when smoking a pipe?
Yeah.
Unless he's like, yo, you just let it go, let it ride, fucking.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I do, and I still enjoy the pipe.
Oh yeah. You put fucking brass screen to kind of lift it up off the bottom of the bowl. Mm-hmm. It works.
But yeah, is there anything else palate wise we can cover here?
I mean, like, take care of your mouth.
Yeah, look, to actively take care of your palate. So
yeah, I mean, you can when you brush your teeth, brush your tongue off a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth fucking clean.
Don't skip flossing.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
It's easy to do. You know?
I do it a lot.
I run out of the floss. I don't like the just straight up floss that you
like the picks.
I like the picks.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And when I run out of those, fucking wait until I get more picks. You know what I mean?
I usually skip it.
But that's a great way to help your palate. Fucking dental hygiene, man.
Yeah, dental hygiene. Also, don't overdo it. I mean, if your palate works better on a 1 cigar a day basis, or you know what I mean, like if your palate just can't handle it, don't fucking jump from smoking 1 cigar a day or 1 cigar every couple of days to fucking pounding 3 of them, every day. Like you don't ease yourself in.
Yeah.
Yes, don't blow your shit out. Don't kind of, I don't know. I think there's a right and wrong way to kind of develop your palate. I think that another thing to address with what we have already addressed is don't jump into this going, well, He said try variety. So now I'm going to smoke 4 cigars today. From
don't
light to dark and just blow my shit out. Be patient. It's a time thing. The whole thing is we spend so much time rushing around and trying to rush, and get everything done. Cigar smoking is supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be calm. It's the same with learning about cigars. Take your time. Smoke only, if you smoke 1 cigar, you can smoke 2 cigars. Smoke 2 Connecticut's. And just kind of next day, ease into it. Smoke 2 medium body cigars. Don't fuck your shit up.
I agree. Another thing I recommend too, actually, that just came to mind, since I'm smoking this $2 to $4 cigar.
Smoking like a champ.
Smoke a fucking. Actually, I just got a flavor out of it. It was fantastic. After this relight.
Oh, we're back.
Taste a little something.
We're back, baby. We're doing it live.
Planter's Peanuts came to mind.
Ugh, maybe not. We're not back. Never mind.
No, it's good. I like peanuts, man. It's very very
nuts
salty and nutty. I liked it.
Yeah. Salty and
nutty. But you want to go for a little experience to train your palate. Something pretty cool to do, in my opinion. Smoke one of these cheap boys like this one day. The next day, smoke something that's bougie. 10 to 15. Yeah. Then the next day, smoke a bougie cigar.
Yeah.
You will find the differences by doing that. You'll
And that actually covers, from what I said before, we did miss that point. Smoke not just a variety of regions and whatnot, a variety of prices. Mm-hmm. Smoke something cheap. You're not going to learn what a cheap cigar tastes like until you smoke cheap cigars. Smoke that middle range. And I know it costs money. I know it sucks. But if you really want to be in the hobby, then you have to spend the money. It's with anything. You're into fucking cars. You spend money on your fucking car. Spend the money. Buy an expensive cigar. $20, $30, $40. Experience all the price ranges, because there's different qualities of tobacco.
Absolutely.
There's different processes. We just did a training on Davidoff's processes, and they take huge steps on refining all the super minute details that other companies usually kind of go over. Davidoff's taken it to a level where they take these little tiny details and refine them and make them perfect.
And not just quick neither. It's like a 15-year process for them a lot of times.
Yeah.
To get some of what they are aiming for.
So do variety and prices. The difference between a Nica Rustica at $8 to a fucking, even just Davidoff is a high price point, but I would still call that nowadays in that $20-$30 range. That's starting to become more middle now.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. But try that Davidoff. Nica Rustica, Davidoff.
Yeah.
Why not? You can see why one is so much better.
Even within the same brand, from Nica Rustica to a Liga 9.
Oh, yeah.
There's a stark difference there.
Absolutely. So that was one that we didn't even mention, but very good point. Go price points, too.
Yep. I want to just touch on it real quick. I think we're going to have to end it here soon. But back to talking about actively taking care of your palate. So stay hydrated. We covered that earlier. Good hygiene. Don't overload your palate, which you brought up. The other thing is don't overload your palate with your foods. So don't have too many salts, sugars with your foods. Try to have the intake your body's supposed to have of those salts and sugars through the day. Also, another thing of taking care of your palate, your diet matters a lot. Eating a lot of fatty shit, greasy stuff, don't fucking do that.
And I would even advise, if you do eat a ton of sugar, eat a ton of salt, the water will help.
Yeah.
The
hydration.
Being hydrated, drinking a lot of water, and filtering that shit out. I try not to ever smoke a cigar after I eat, because I already know that it's going to completely change the experience. Mm-hmm. Unless it's a pairing scenario, absolutely. But if it's not a pairing scenario, if I eat, I'm usually still waiting about an hour and a half until I've flushed out all the flavors and the bullshit out of my mouth, then I'm smoking.
Yep.
So it's, I mean, you'll find your own ways.
Even then, I mean, again, that liquid, get the amount of liquid you're supposed to get, whether it's a gallon and a half of water a fucking day. Get that amount of water in you, and it really does help your palate.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of water you intake. Do some palate exercises, man. If you don't know how to retrohale properly, keep trying that, because that olfactory is going to give you so much more depth of field in flavor profiles or what you're experiencing on a cigar.
Smell the cigar. Smell the smoke.
Whether it's clean, dirty, wide range, or very sharp flavor profile, the retrohale is going to help you get that experience and help work out your palate in distinguishing things.
Yeah, get the whole experience. Before you even light the cigar, smell the cigar, smell the wrapper of the cigar, smell the foot and the cap of the cigar. Mm-hmm. Like get the whole experience. When it is smoking, just, you don't have to fucking breathe in heavily, but take a little whiff of the smoke that's coming off of the cigar from both sides. I mean, your nose helps infinitely, as we can tell from you smoking a shit cigar, because your nose is stuffy. Mm-hmm. Your nose plays a huge role in how you develop your palate. So, I mean, yeah, expand the experience. Don't make it so one-dimensional. There's so many different ways to kind of change and alter the experience you're going to have. Find your own way. I mean, as much as we're giving information, fuck us. Like,
figure it out.
Figure out your own shit.
Figure it out. What works best for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everybody is different. What we mention here may help you, or whatever you figure out.
We're here to give perspective.
Yeah.
Like, take it or leave it. Fuck you.
Speaking of perspective, how's that fucking Yamasa?
It's so good. It's, I don't know how, people like you live without palate.
Let me tell you about this cheap stick real quick. I can't taste it. I tasted it after the relight. I'm sitting here trying to smoke it. I can tell I'm getting like the burnt tongue sensation. This is just cheap fucking smoke, man. What's that? There's an actual term for that. What is it? Tongue bite.
Tongue bite.
I'm getting tongue bite off this fucking cigar. That's the main sensation from this motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, the Davidoff is good. This is dainty. You know what I mean? It's Dominican. It's a little dainty. But it's a really good. I was gonna go full balls to the wall, dark. I was looking at a Les Bijoux, my father, or a Dirty Rat for my first cigar of the day, and then we're talking about palates, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck my palate during the show, talking about how to take care of your palate.
Starting the day off with something fucking real heavy. Yeah. That's another thing too. It's up to you how you do it and go about your day. If you have a fucking really strong palate and can withstand some of the stronger tobaccos throughout the day, just start off with something lighter if you can't,
I mean, if you smoke dark, you're pretty much confined to smoking dark the entire day, or you're not going to be able to taste anything.
But widening that range really helps you with that stuff.
Yeah. So Davidoff's it's a good morning stick. It's dainty. It's light.
Some of them. I mean, I the late hour I could have any time of the day.
Oh yeah.
They've got a few sticks where it's any time of the day. That Davidoff Maduro was actually a bit more potent than I was expecting. It's still not like a super heavy cigar, but I thought it would be way more dainty and not as strong body as it actually was.
Still don't get it. It's all right.
We talked about it, and with age, that motherfucker might bang like crazy.
Oh yeah, with age for sure. It's got more age than it already has a fuck ton of age on it, but
yeah. Now it will be that more dainty profile over time, but there's a good chance that it's going to be more solidified, evened out, and may shine a little brighter in areas, just resting over time. Let's see. It looks like we got about 10 minutes to boogie out of here, so I think we should call this episode. I think it's a fairly good episode.
This was good. I mean, you had a lot of fucking research.
Yeah. And there's more we could touch on this, but we gotta fucking get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of episodes. I mean, this is gonna be, along with all the topics we've discussed in past episodes, these are things that are constantly going to be talked about, constantly going to evolve into deeper conversation.
Yep.
We may repeat 90% of this shit in later episodes. So, it's a topic, it's a big topic that's always talked about amongst cigar people. So, it's going to come up again. So, we covered the basis, broad strokes. I mean, if you can't get the fucking picture, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yep. So, at that note, just want to remind everybody, don't forget to fuck yourself.
Don't forget to fuck yourself. And what that mouth do.
What that mouth do. Peace.
Peace.